Okay, for today's video, I'll be breaking down for the FNAF movie, and then I will have a theory at the end of the video. The first night guard tries to escape, but gets captured by Foxy, and then he gets put in the torture device and killed, which is pretty interesting. Next, an 8-bit animation shows William Afton killing the 5 children, and this is a pretty good reference to the 8-bit minigames you get in FNAF 2, 3, and 4, and it was pretty fun to see. Michael Schmidt is reading a book on dream theory to try to learn how to remember who killed his brother in the past. Dream theory is where people never forget anything, and by using sleep you can harness any memory that you think you have lost. This is also a good reference to the dream theory that was popular back in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which was propped up by MatPat, and a lot of people just went with it because FNAF 4 is one of the most confusing games in the franchise. Michael attacks a child's father at the mall. He was a security guard at the mall, and he thought the dad was trying to, capture the child because Michael, his younger brother was captured, so it was kind of like a trauma thing. So yeah, he beat up the dad thinking he was trying to steal the kid, but he wasn't trying to steal his kid because it was his kid. Michael tries to get a new job by going to Steve Raglan. When Steve reads Michael's name, he stops and offers him coffee, which is very sus, and then offers Michael to work at the pizzeria as the night guard, which is also very sus. But Michael declines because he doesn't want long hours and he doesn't want to work nights either. Max, who will later learn is a spy hired by Aunt Jane, is babysitting Abby, Michael's younger brother. We learn Abby is seeing the children killed by William Afton and calls them her friends. Michael goes into his first dream state where he tries to remember who killed his younger brother but fails. Aunt Jane argues why she should have custody over Abby. Michael decides to get a job at Freddy's as a night guard to prove that he can afford to take care of Abby so he can have custody over her. His first night on the job, Michael gets scared by a Balloon Boy minifigure. Michael then goes into his second dream state where he tries to remember who killed his younger brother, but ends up seeing the children killed by William Afton. Aunt Jane creates a plan to destroy Freddy's Pizzeria to get Michael fired so she can get custody of Abby. Michael then goes into his third dream state where he tries to remember who killed his younger brother, but ends up seeing the children killed by William Afton. He chases the child with a hook and ends up getting hooked by Foxy. Vanessa shows up to let Michael know about the pizzeria. Aunt Jane's crew shows up but gets killed off by the animatronics. Michael gets jump scared by the Balloon Boy minifigure again. Abby gets lured to the animatronic stage by one of the ghost kids. Michael goes into his fourth dream state where he tries to remember who killed his younger brother but ends up seeing the child possessing Golden Freddy. The child says he wants something in return when telling Michael who killed his brother. Michael accidentally tells the kid that he'll give up Abby to know who the killer is. Michael regretted his decision, and the kid never told Michael who the killer was, only to leave behind a picture of a rabbit. Michael finds Abby becoming friends with the animatronics. Michael sees the drawing Abby has made of her and the child he saw in his dreams. He asks Abby to ask the kids who killed his brother. The animatronics build a fort with Abby, Michael, and Vanessa, which, in my opinion, really ruins the immersion, kind of. But then again, it shows how the animatronics try to groom Abby into becoming friends and then being lured into the pizzeria later on. I don't know, it depends which way you look at it, but this is pretty controversial scene, kind of iffy on it being in a horror movie. Vanessa shows an old animatronic that has spring locks. Abby gets shocked by Bonnie's guitar. Vanessa tells Michael if he ever brings Abby back to the pizzeria, she will shoot him. Abby then scribbles out Michael's face on all of the drawings, causing the animatronics to attack Michael and put him in the torture device. Michael escaped to see all of Aunt Jane's crew dead next to the animatronic suits. Michael then escapes the pizzeria. Golden Freddy shows up to Michael's house to kill Aunt Jane and then lure Abby to the pizzeria. Vanessa confessed that she knew everything about the pizzeria, that William Afton killed his brother, and that William Afton was her father. Chica tried to kill Abby by putting her in the spring lock suit Vanessa showed Michael earlier, but Michael saves her. William Afton then shows up as Springtrap and tries to kill Michael. Vanessa shoots William Afton, but then William Afton gets mad and stabs her back. Abby creates a drawing reminding the ghost children that William killed them. This causes the cupcake to bite Afton, causing the spring locks to fail. The child-possessing Golden Freddy locks Springtrap into a supply closet, leading to the third movie. The taxi driver gets jump-scared by a Balloon Boy minifigure, and the credits the Marionettes theme song plays, and a voice spells I do also have a theory in this movie. The theory is I think William is Michael's father, and he wants Michael's family dead. In the movie, William lets us know that he wants to keep his killings secret. Who else would know about his killings other than his wife? Possibly his wife forced him to separate himself from the killings and took Michael and married another man and ended up having Gabriel. Seeing the large age gap between Michael and Gabriel, it is possible to think that maybe the father we see is actually the stepfather. With a thirst for revenge, William kills Gabriel. Michael's parents then have Abby so they can still have a kid of their own to take care of. William then kills Michael's parents. This was a mistake because this caused Michael and Abby to go off the radar. Because Michael was too young to remember William, he ends up going to William to get a job. William then recognizes Michael's last name, Schmidt, the name of his stepfather. William remembers what he set off to do. He gives the night guard job to Michael, so when he kills him, nobody will know. William instructs the animatronics to kill Michael, but fails. Vanessa, who is William's daughter of what I think is another mother, spies on Michael on behalf of William. William learns about Abby through Vanessa and instructs the animatronics to kill Abby. Golden Freddy then kills Aunt Jane and lures Abby to the pizzeria. Right before Chica can put Abby into a springlock suit, Michael shows up and saves her. With both Michael and Abby in the building, Michael knows what he has to do. He shows up with the spring bonnie suit and tries to kill Michael. Before Michael can get killed, Vanessa, in a feeling of guilt, shoots William. William is protected by his suit and stabs Vanessa. Abby then creates a drawing to remind the ghost children that William was the one who killed them. They all turn on William, and the cupcake attacks him, causing the springlock suit. Causing the spring locks in his suit to fail. They dragged him back into a supply closet and lock him in there. So yeah, with that theory, I just think that, I don't know, the weirdest thing in this movie is that these, like, children that he kills are supposed to be random. For whatever reason, this one time he recognizes the name Schmidt. And a lot of people think that the reason that William Afton acts weird when he reads Schmidt is either one, because it was his son, or two, the kid that he killed was related to him, and he remembered the name. But if they're random, then why would he know the name? So I think William had a personal connection to Gabriel, and if he had a personal connection to this child, then he probably had a personal connection to the rest of the family. I don't know, it just seems like for him to target the child of a family that he must know, then he probably, the only conclusion I could come up with was he was married to Michael's mom, but then they got divorced, and then when Michael's mom got remarried and had another kid, Gabriel, William got jealous and tried to kill Gabriel and the family. But yeah, that's just a game theory.
We are not eating.
Well, that's no fun. You do realize that lunch is the most important meal of the day.
Thought it was breakfast.
Some people say that, but you know, it's just a theory.
Are you